Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see, we are in the film room, studio, whatever the heck we're gonna call it. And we have a black backdrop today. It looks very nice, professional. I feel like you guys can barely see my hair, but then I was like rewatching some test clips and like you can actually see my hair. So that's great. It just looks a little bit funny in the viewfinder. But anyways, first of all, excuse my voice. I've been like congested lately, so it's like kind of like a manly hoarse voice. I don't know. Also, excuse my skin. I feel like it looks a lot better on camera than in real life, but my skin is really going through it. I was really thinking about filming a New Year's Eve makeup tutorial, but like I'm not going anywhere. And like I just don't, like, my skin really needs a break, so I'm just gonna do this video instead, which I thought was honestly so much better, and I could just share these things with you guys so that you guys can, you know, hopefully learn something from my experiences this year and what I've learned. So without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into it. I have a list on my phone right here, so I'm just gonna go in the order that I wrote. So the first one is always keep God at the center of everything, like of your life. God should be the center. He should be your number one and your like priorities always. Because when you don't keep God at the center of everything that you do, your relationships, your work, your social media, the way that like you carry yourself, when you don't keep him at the center and you want to start doing things your own way of, you know, whatever it is that you're doing in life, that's when things start to crumble and fall apart because you didn't listen to God and you didn't do it the right way, which is God's way, and you tried to, you know, finesse it and do whatever you wanted, but at the end, even if it seems like it's going good for a little bit, it's just gonna fall apart and it's not gonna be good for you. So just keep God first, all right? Don't be rebellious, don't be like me, don't be stubborn and wanting to do things your own way, or just, you know, just don't do that, because then it's just, you're just gonna mess it up, okay? So just don't. Number two is you can't run from God. All right, at least me, at least I can't. I mean, I don't know about you, your personal relationship with God, whether you have one or not, but for me, I can't run from God, okay? Like, even in my lowest points where I felt like giving up, where I felt like I wasn't worth it, where I felt like it's just, I didn't know how to be a proper Christ follower, and it just was, I was terrible. I just, like, God was the only answer. Like, I couldn't just drop it all. I couldn't just run away. I couldn't just forget about God and everything that he is and all that he's done for me. I couldn't just throw the towel and give up, because it's just like, I'm gonna keep failing at everything that I do if I leave God. Like, I can't leave God. I can't run from God. He's always gonna be there. So whenever you feel like giving up, you know, just keep in mind, hey, you can't run from God. He's always gonna be there. So just go to him and let him strengthen you, you know? Like the Bible says, he will give rest to those who are weary. And yeah, just kind of like piece of advice. Number three is I am enough. Now, it doesn't matter what other people think about me, say about me. I am enough. I am good enough. I am beautiful enough. I am strong enough. I can do anything through Christ that gives me strength. And it just really doesn't matter if other people can't see your value. Just know that you are enough, and that's it. You know, if they can't see your value, then they are the wrong person, you know, and you need to break that friendship, or you just need to break that connection with that person, because if they don't see that you are enough, then that's their problem. It's not because there's something wrong with you. That's just their problem, because God created you perfect the way that you are, with all your little flaws and imperfections and everything that you don't like about yourself. God made that unique in you because he loves that about you. So just really don't just meditate on your flaws or imperfections or things that people think that are weird or ugly about you. Just really like think about everything that you are, and just know that you are perfect for God, and just remember that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and you are perfect in the Father's eyes, and that is all that matter. And if other people cannot see that, that is their problem. All right, you are amazing, and that's just a major lesson that I learned this year, to just accept myself and love myself and be like, hey, you are a good friend, hey, you are a good girl, hey, you are a great person, you know what I'm saying? And the lack of people's ability to understand that or see that does not mean that you're not that, you know? So just keep that in mind, all right? Because that's very, very important. But also that doesn't mean that you have to stay the way you are, because there are some things that about us that, you know, we need to grow, and we need to continue to learn and mature as we age, because life is just like a process of growing and maturing and learning more things. So just don't think that just because you are enough right now in the essence of who you are, that you don't need to get better, or that you shouldn't get better, because you should, and you should evolve, and you should get better, because every day we're just growing and glowing, you know? You should look forward to growing and glowing into the woman or the man that God has made you to be. And yeah, just a little disclaimer, all right? Don't take it the wrong way. Don't be like, oh, I'm enough, I'm perfect the way I am. And, you know, just have pride stored inside of you, or have anger, or have bitterness, or anything in your heart that doesn't come from the Lord, because then at that point you just need to give that to God and let God work in your life, you know? Because we all have something that we're struggling with or dealing with. So just keep in mind that you always gotta keep growing and glowing, because it even says in the Bible that God will be faithful to complete that work that He has done in you until the day of Jesus' return. So just keep that in mind. Number 4 lesson that I've learned this year is to not be selfless to the point where I'm letting myself go. Now, this means that, okay, being selfless is amazing. It's great to put others before yourself, but if it gets to a point where you're just completely letting yourself go, then that's not healthy. If it comes to a point where you just want to tend to everybody's needs before yourself, or it doesn't have to be a lot of people, it could just be one person that you're just so entangled with, and you just want to like make them happy, or you just want to make your friends happy, and you never do anything for yourself, that's unhealthy, okay? Yes, care about others, yes, treat others, you know, as more important than yourself, as the Bible says, but don't let yourself go, okay? You also need to love yourself. You also need to take care of yourself and make sure that you are well spiritually, mentally, and physically as well, all right? Do not neglect yourself, all right? Because it's something that I've done a lot in 2018, and I'm not gonna do in 2019, all right? We're gonna be selfless, and we're gonna love others, and we're gonna care about others, but not to the point where it's actually harming ourselves. Number 5, and if you guys could take anything from this video, will be to like keep God first and at the center. But this one is also very, very, very important. And this is where I feel like I've gone like wrong, and this is why I've gone through a lot of hardships this year, and I've messed up, and I have just not done as well as I could have done if I would have done this. Number 5 is do not compromise your standards, all right? Don't compromise your standards, okay? If you have a certain standard, we know as believers, you know, God has certain standards as how we need to live our lives, and you know, you as well may have certain personal standards. Please don't compromise those standards, all right? Just keep your standards high. Keep your standards obviously like not extremely high, like be like, oh God, I want a godly man with like a $15 million net worth and a big business so that I don't have to work a day in my life. Okay, like don't make them unrealistic, but make them realistically high to the point where you know that your standards please the Lord, and just don't let those standards go. If you know that those standards please the Lord, and you know in your heart that the Lord, you know, agrees with your standards, and they're, you know, founded in what it says in His word, then just don't compromise them, all right? Just don't compromise your standards. Number 6 is don't compare yourself to others, all right? Now, this is a very big one for me. We can see on Instagram, we can see on social media, oh, I'm 17 and she's 17 and she has like 1 million subscribers and she has a boyfriend and she has a car and she has her own place, and this person's 25 and they're getting married, you know, but I'm 25. Oh, and this person's 26 and they have 3 kids. oh, but like I'm 26 and I'm single. Like, we compare ourselves, like, and where our lives are, like, too much. We should not be comparing ourselves to anybody at all, or anybody's timetable. If your friend is 22 and she's getting married and you're 22 and you're just like dating a guy for 2 weeks, that doesn't matter, all right? Others' timetables are not our own timetable, alright? And just because somebody else is somewhere else in life where you would like to be at your age, that doesn't mean that that's where you're supposed to be right now. So just rest in the fact that God has you and He knows the desires of your heart, okay? And as long as you seek Him first and delight in Him, He will bless you with the desires of your heart. And He will guide you to where you need to be, alright? God's plan for my life is not the same plan for, let's say, Haley Pham's life. She's 18. We're close in age. I'm 17. And like, do you see where she's at? She's has a very successful YouTube channel. She has her own apartment. She just has cool things, okay? And maybe I want to have what she has. But like, that's not God's timetable for me, alright? So God's timetable for you is never going to be the same as God's timetable and plan for somebody else's life. So please don't compare yourself, alright? You guys are living both different lives, alright? And God's plans for you are both great, but not the same. So please don't get discouraged if you see that your friends had a job at 16 and then you've applied to 30 million jobs and then you don't have a job yet. Maybe God's plan for you is not to get a job right now. Maybe God's plan for you is to focus on Him, and then He'll lead you and guide you to that right job, which is something that I'm experiencing right now. I would love to have a job by now. But the Lord knows what He's doing, and I'm just resting in that fact that God will give me the right job when His time comes for me to have a job. So yeah, just really keep that in mind, because that's honestly one of the major ones that is really important. Number 7 is don't give up now. Now, I know that maybe a lot of us have gone through really hard situations in 2018 where you've wanted to give up. Maybe you're going through one of those right now and you want to give up. Just don't give up, alright? Persistence and perseverance is just one of the keys to success, alright? If you fail, just keep going, because through your failures, you're going to find your success. So don't give up, alright? There's always something new to try, and even if you tried everything, just keep on going and keep on pressing through and pushing through, because the Lord is with you, and, you know, unless the Lord says to quit, then, you know, quit and give that to Him. But if not, on whatever you're pursuing, your dreams, your career, your education, or whatever it is that you're pursuing in life, don't give up because it seems too hard, because you may just give up when you're about to reach your breakthrough, when you're about to hit that goal, but you don't even know it yet. So just motivation to not give up and just keep going, because honestly, that success that you're looking forward to may be right around the corner from where you want to give up. So just keep on going. Now, the 8th and last one is trust God and trust the process that He has you in. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm in a process, alright, of trusting God. And the Lord had spoken to me, you know, that He was going to teach me to trust Him. And I'm like in that midst of learning to trust the Lord and learning to trust the process which He has me in, and learning to enjoy the process and just be like, okay, God, well, I have to go through this. Alright, because the Lord never uses anything that He doesn't test first, that He doesn't process first. So if you're going through a process, it's because God is testing you so that then He can use you in an even major way. So just know that the Lord is good. He is always working, even if you can't see it. God is always doing something new. He's always working, and God is always there. Even if you don't feel Him, even if you don't see Him, even if you feel so far away, He is always there, and He will never leave us or forsake us, like it says in His word. So just be encouraged, because the Lord is always there. He hears you, He sees you, and whatever you're going through, He is there with you. So just know that God is never going to leave you or forsake you. And, you know, He is our refuge. He is our strong tower. He is our strength, alright? And whatever you're going through, He is there. So just don't hesitate to go to Him. Those were the main 8 things that I learned in 2018. Now I'm very excited going forward into 2019. With all of this being learned, I feel like 2018 was honestly one of the hardest years of my life. but it's honestly one of the years where looking at these things that I've learned, and I'm pretty sure there's obviously more that I've learned. It's just I kind of just like shortened it and summarized it here. But going into 2019 with all the things that I know now and the things that I've gone through this year, it just feels good because I know that I've grown as a person. And with all of this that I've learned, I just know that that just kind of like opens the door to just being a better person, being a better me, and to just continue growing and glowing. That's kind of like my little phrase today. I hope that you guys were able to learn something from this, gain a little bit of wisdom out of it, and also encouragement. Yeah, I'd love to just make more videos like these in 2019, definitely, because I feel like these are the things that people need to hear that truly matter and that can help you, you know what I'm saying? So I hope that this video was helpful. Let me know down below in the comments some things that you learned in 2018 and what you're looking forward to in this upcoming year, 2019. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to hit a huge thumbs up and subscribe by clicking that red button down there anywhere for more videos like these. Also, click the bell to get notified every single time I upload a new video. And yeah, see you guys next year. Whoosh.